Yes. We are today starting our first episode at Food Over Medicine Academy. I'm with the Dr. David M. Patan Sr., and we're going to talk about some of these issues. Now, this show is strictly for information purposes only, so that you can make wise decisions. When it's all said and done, take the information, research it yourself, and make sure you get the edification that you need. Without further ado, let me pass it to the other half of the show. Dr. Dave.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Brother Ivan. Look, I want to first of all say we want to appreciate you for your dedication, your diligence, and us promoting, stopping, preventing, and reversing disease. This is our opportunity. This is our time. This is our season to save lives. We've been saving souls, but now it's time to extend lives. We talking about this year, Brother Ivan, adding 25 years to your life. And so that's what we want to focus on, giving people the tools that they can, like you said, research, develop, and implement. Research, develop, and implement. These are suggestions for your life that have been proven scientifically, medically, and the physiology of the body works when we put the right ingredients inside. So, Brother Ivan, once again, thank you for the opportunity to work with you to get people thinking that they could stop, prevent, and reverse the many diseases that have been affecting the Black community as well as the white community and all communities around the world.
Yes, it's American.
Yes,
it's the topic of today, just to get to so we can get to it, because we're actually dealing with Food Over Medicine, the book, and get into the book. And we want to talk about some of your certifications, but we really want to get down to how did we get here, right?
Yes,
like what are your beliefs about food? What are your beliefs about diet? And I can easily explain how I got into food.
Yes.
And it wasn't like you say, I'm just a victim like everybody else. They put it in your mouth.
And well,
so let's get into the doctor. Let's talk about Food Over Medicine, because we have Food Over Medicine Academy. So we want to frame it the right way and talk about some of your certification and get into the book and all of the things and some of the information. So man, we can get straight to it. Let's dive into it, man. Let's not hold them back from this information.
Not 2025.
How do you get into this Food Over Medicine as a concept? Food Over Medicine, the book, Food Over Medicine, because you've been doing it way before the book came out. Let's be honest.
Yes.
You're bigger in the book, but the book has a good reference,
right?
Framework to kind of say, okay, this is something we can read from or study from, and let's get a little more information and get edified in a way where, boom, there's a framework for it. There's some there's science behind it. So the book we're working off the framework of books, and we're going to do that a lot of times. We're going to work off of the framework of books and different things. The information is out there, but we're going to give our interpretation.
That definitely correct. What we want to focus on is the facts, and the conversation that we're going to be having is basically being made aware. And when I was made aware of the different things that needed correction in my life to add extension, to add years to my life, I just couldn't live any kind of way and think that I was going to add to my life. Once I realized there were certain things that I had to do and that the medical society was not going to help me do me. In 2005, in Dallas, Texas, I discovered a water called alkaline oxygenated microclustered ionized water. The Japanese had been doing this water for 40 years. They had taken the process from the Russians. 1931, Dr. Otto Warburg had discovered the real cause of cancer. The real cause of cancer being acidosis and hypoxia. Too much acid, not enough oxygen. Well, the Russians took the water process and brought it to another level, understanding that with the right shape, the right size, the right quality of water, you could eradicate toxins from the body, making the body alkaline 7.365. If the body is 7.365 alkaline, no disease can live in the human body. So when we looked at this research, the Japanese, taking the process from the Russians, creates this machine called the ionization machine. So the ionizer, what it does is it actually shocks the water with titanium and platinum plates. So it reshapes the water, allows the water to be smaller, allows the water to be shaped like a snowflake. The perfect design for the body is called Kangen water. Once we looked at what the water did and what it was doing, it did not take long for us to understand that if we change just one thing, that water would be the perfect solution to start the process. And so now we find our bodies are 75, 80% water. Our bones are calcium water. Our brain needs salt water. Your blood is 95% water. So without the right water, there is nothing that can really help the body get rid of toxins. So what we learned is after the water comes what? Comes putting nutrition in the body. Proper nutrition, we had to learn what proper nutrition was. That's why we took the course Food Over Medicine, Dr. Pam Papa. So I became a certified consultant, coach, and a counselor. So that gives me the necessary paperwork, but that doesn't give you the knowledge that I have to give to you, because the paper is just a byproduct of us letting you know how serious we are about the future. And so fast forward to where we are now. Now we know that 87% of the people in America are diseased. We know that 80% of the people in America take some form of medication. We know that America is a medical society. We also know that a medical doctor requires you to have a blood test done, your diabetes test done, cholesterol test done, but refuse to give you a pH test. Now, there's medicine for cholesterol, there's medicine for diabetes, there's medicine for blood pressure, but there is no medicine, Brother Ivan, for your pH. Why? Because the medicine for your pH is water. And there is no medical formulation of H2O. And so I can't prescribe H2O, because you should know that no medicine that has ever been created has ever healed anybody. Now we are in 2025. In 2025, you got 80 to 100 million diabetics. 100, did you hear what I said? 100 million. You have 300 million people in America, and 100 million of them are officially classified as diabetics, high blood pressure,
close,
cholesterol.
like you say, with another 50 million, you're close to half. I mean, here's the thing. See, now, when we look at it, with you understanding it and putting, like you say, you did a beautiful job at putting the water at the base of the so-called food pyramid, right?
Yes.
So you decided to put the water there. Then, of course, what be next would be the greens, right? So now, it's so funny that you talk about us as, you know, a healthcare system, and some will describe it as a sick care system. I won't. I know I've said it, but I don't want to be one to say that, right?
Basically, that's what it is. Because you got to get sick to get care. So, because if you're healthy, you don't need care. You already got care.
So it's the sick care system.
I like that. Go for it.
Right. So, I mean, I hate to say it like that, but you know, it's just the way you have to frame it. You know. So,
right.
You know, and let me tell you something. You know, I'm gonna go to a video about Miss Pam, and she's just gonna give a little bit of her perspective after all her research and science. Let's see what the lady says.
When they were sick. Now we're testing people who are perfect.
So here's
we
the
used
video.
to go to doctors when they were sick. Now we're testing people who are perfectly healthy. I call it disease mongering. Ductal carcinoma in situ or lobular carcinoma in situ, those aren't cancer. They're risk factors for cancer. So now we treat the risk factor as if it is the disease. You have great outcomes, by the way, because when you offer treatment to people who aren't sick, they live for a long time, even in spite of the treatment you give them. And then they skew the data. It makes everything look like it's better than it really is.
So,
right.
I thought what she said was deep, because she said we're treating the risks. So now, in most cases,
and you're treating healthy people, making them ill, and then trying to fix the illness that you give them. One thing I want to do is go right back to one thing you said about the pyramid and the water being the base of the pyramid.
Yeah, because we gotta restructure that.
But I
with the
don't
water
want
at the bottom.
but I want to go to the real pyramid, because if you understand, I'm going to go. The real pyramid is based in water.